Hey, I'm Beth.
And I'm Jamal, and Happy New Year! Welcome to our first video of 2021.
You made it.
2020 is behind us, thank you Jesus. So we thought we'd start 2021 with updating you guys on our trying to conceive journey. We know that it's been a while since we last posted. COVID and 2020 was crazy, but here we are. If you haven't been here for a while and perhaps you don't know we were trying to conceive, or this is your first time joining us, first of all, where have you been? Like, subscribe to this channel right now.
Get down in that subscription box and roll around in it.
We want to talk about trying to conceive mainly just to provide a safe platform for everyone to communicate on a topic like this. It should be normalised, we think, because it's so much more common than a lot of people really know. Yeah, we want to provide that safe place for everyone to have that kind of rhetoric and narrative about what it's like to try to conceive. If that sounds like it's for you, make sure you subscribe or share this with someone else who you think might be up for getting involved with this kind of conversation. Just
a very brief recap on our story. We've been trying to conceive for over 5 years now. It's been a long old journey of ups and downs and lots of crying and lots of, well, not that much laughing.
Well, the most laughing we do is on these videos, because if we don't laugh, we'll cry. So.
That's so sad. No, we have a good time in general in life, just when it comes to this topic.
Yeah.
It's hard. So that's basically our story in a nutshell so far. What we are really wanting to do is to pursue natural remedies and natural ways of healing, because we really believe that God has placed so many amazing things on the earth for us to utilise and to use for our healing, like plants, different herbs, as well as just different practices within different cultures.
We're prioritising that. So we're prioritising natural remedies alongside traditional medical kind of journey. The silver lining of our journey is that we discovered we needed to go on some sort of fertility journey at a young age. And so though it has been long, it's been a blessing to
still be young.
Yeah, still be young and still be able to explore many different avenues rather than have to kind of really be aggressive in our approach because we're running out of time. So like nothing we say or nothing we do is to encourage you to do the same or to judge anyone who's doing anything differently. We literally just want to share our journey, and this is the way we want to go about our fertility.
Disclaimer over.
To update you, first of all, COVID obviously put a massive, it pumped the brakes massively on our journey, just because the medical kind of sphere has been completely overwhelmed with what's going on. The whole way that appointments are being booked and tests are being booked and all those things is completely changing. So the personal side of it all has shifted a lot in the sense that we haven't really had any much face-to-face contact with our doctors. It's a lot of phone calls and a lot of texts and getting test results through by text. You just lose that personal touch with it, which is quite difficult.
But also with no explanation, like the test results we get by text are very vague and don't actually tell you very specifically what's going on or how to help with that situation.
And you can't ask questions off the back of your results or anything. You have to kind of book a separate phone call for that, or it slows everything down.
It's been a little bit frustrating, to be honest, hasn't it? But we're hoping that going forward it's going to start to get a little bit level.
Definitely. Have I got an eyelash?
Yeah. And one
on my forehead.
Monobrow lash.
Get that up right now. That has kind of also pushed us more into the natural remedy kind of sphere as well, because we feel like 2020 gave us that opportunity to step back and assess who we are as people and just what we want in the way we want to pursue our healing.
And what our bodies need to become their best version of themselves.
True to form, true to design, true to what we believe the blueprint God gave us when we were designed. We want to get closer to that, and we want to balance that with being, wise and savvy with the medicine we take in, but also recognising that there are many different ways of healing, and we don't want to just completely draw a line away from things that perhaps have been marginalised in society but might actually be useful.
So just to be more specific on some of my personal symptoms that I have been experiencing for many years are really heavy periods, long periods, very painful periods, pretty much dread my periods coming. Very strangely, it's the 4th day of my period is the worst day, where I'm I can't pretty much do anything.
Yeah.
And then I'm up the whole night in pain. So that's pretty horrible. Also, I've been experiencing some like really severe ovulation pain. This is kind of every now and then, it's not every single month. Starts as like a kind of dull sort of pulsating ache, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse, and it's just very severe for like 4 hours.
Yeah, probably.
And leaves my belly very tender and swollen. That's
Yeah.
fun. I had quite a lot of like hormonal acne.
Just the symptoms themselves made us want to pursue natural remedies, because we're in the process of getting tested for all these things. Like, you've had quite a few blood tests and stuff.
So many blood tests.
And we're rating, our results as we speak. It makes us think more about Beth's body holistically, because aside from being able to conceive, which we haven't done yet, Beth's experiencing these kind of really painful side effects. Side effects that aren't necessarily like directly involved with our fertility and directly involved
Well,
with
the
trying
thing
to conceive,
is that
but
we don't know that.
it's your reproductive system.
It's all around that general
And so,
area. So if that area is screaming out, we're like, there's probably something going on there.
Yeah.
One of the things that we were looking a lot into in 2020 was like detoxing our whole body of heavy metals and other like toxins that we could have been picking up from things like antibiotics and other medication and pesticides and things like that.
It's just the residue of some things that might be left in our bodies from like long-term medication and just from everyday life. Like, we live in a very toxic society at the moment that doesn't necessarily adhere to the laws of nature, and that's just because we've become so technologically advanced, which is a real blessing. It just means we need to be really careful about what we consume and how we look after our bodies. That kind of led us more towards the natural remedies and stuff, that kind of thinking. We're really lucky to have a homeopath in the family, actually. My auntie is a homeopathic doctor, which is like so useful and so coincidentally like
cool.
Because pursuing natural remedies looks at your body as a whole. You're looking at not just the impacts of our body physically, but also the things we've been through emotionally and even spiritually, and just
how that can be retained in our body.
And just looking at us as a human being, not just like specifically infertility, but as a human being. And I think for us going forward, we want to look at ourselves as human beings as a whole and heal as a whole, not just infertility. Obviously, infertility would be a massive breakthrough when we have a child. But even after we have children, I want to still continue to heal and look towards healing. So with that being said, we managed to have an hour-long Zoom conversation, a consultation with my auntie, who thankfully she put together a really good a package for us to start pursuing our kind of natural healing, which has been such a blessing to be able to have that. We can't thank her enough, really. Herbs and dietary things. We're not going to go specifically into it because it's so personalised that it really wouldn't be relevant to you guys.
Yeah, really recommend going to see your own homeopath, because these things are very specifically designed for our bodies and what we're going through.
Yeah, like we've said it quite a few times in this video, but it's not as a substitute for traditional medicine. It's not like as a complete substitute for like the medical industry and like the pharmaceutical industry. It's to go alongside what we're already doing, and we wouldn't want to try and tell everyone that
stop doing what you're doing.
That's not the heart of this video. It's literally just to kind of update
personal
you.
Journey. How we're feeling in general is like strangely optimistic.
Like I think it's I don't know what I'm saying. I'm feeling optimistic because especially after the year we had in 2020, I'm like, you know what, stuff being sad, like I'm done being like sad and down about it, and like it's so overwhelming. It's such a massive thing to go through. There are so many times where we found ourselves last year just like feeling so down. So this year I kind of want to take back our joy a little bit.
That's kind of our
the best way we
focus
can,
for this year is joy and fun and making the most out of every moment that we're given. Not dwelling on the things that we don't have, but also focusing on the things that we do have, which is an incredible marriage, a home, food in our fridge, which are like the basic things that we need, but also wicked sense of humour.
Blowing your own trumpet there. It's got like a quartet.
I was doing really well then, wasn't I?
4-piece orchestra section, just blowing your own trumpet.
Yeah, but that's not to say that we don't still acknowledge our feelings. Like we may have some days that are just a pile of poo. And that's okay. It's just life, isn't it?
Yeah, I definitely find myself feeling more broody the last 12 months especially. Not in a kind of envious or jealous way, but just like I feel that desire a lot more to like be a father and to, you know, to imagine those moments that I'm seeing my friends go through now, or people even just walking down the street. Just imagining those moments, being able to share those moments together as a family when that does happen. So like,
that's pretty cool.
That's something that doesn't make me feel sad. It just feeds that optimism. Like I truly believe that we are going to have children of our own. Having the opportunity to see that in our friends, knowing that we're going to experience it at some point in our lives.
Sometimes it feels a bit surreal that we're going through this. It doesn't really feel like our story.
It feels like a fictional book. I feel like you're living a film.
It's really strange. Like some days you just forget that we're dealing with fertility problems. It's like, oh yeah, that's what we're going through.
Yeah.
But totally forgot for a second there that if we just had sex a few times, we're probably not going to have a baby. Like.
Yeah. That's true. It's horrible when you say it out loud, but we always become numb to the expectation that having sex is going to lead to having a baby.
I mean, I don't equate sex without contraception as baby production.
Yeah, which is, it's just sad.
Yeah.
Because it is.
But then at the same time, I guess it helps you cope. If it's in the forefront of your mind all the time, then it would be like a lot to deal with all the time.
2021. Could be the year.
2021, baby.
I think we've learned not to put too many like big expectations or like these kind of Hollywood expectations on any season of our lives, and we kind of just learned to go with the flow a lot more and enjoy the moment and be really present in the moment, because we don't really know. Let's be honest, we don't know.
I mean, no one saw 2020 coming, did
they? But like we don't want to let our joy be stolen by things we don't know or can't control.
No.
Fighting for our joy, even if we have to really make conscious decisions to go and do something fun.
Yeah, or put on some fun music and just dance around to get yourself out of a funk.
Yeah, you kind of have to, because this journey is not forgiving. It will literally eat you up and just spit you out if you're not like, you know, really consciously fighting for
your life. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video and you want to follow our journey, then please subscribe to our channel and put the bell button thing on and like the video because it really supports our channel, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.